Hello and welcome to this new video in which I will show you the components required or most of the components required to create a Prusa 3D printer. Now let's see the first component in the list. As you can see, this is a PCB heat bed. It's MK2B dual power and it has the right dimensions that we need for our 3D printer. And as you can see, still hot after lid goes out, so you need to make sure that you don't touch this surface when you finish printing. And this one was designed by, as you can see here, designed by Joseph Prusa. We will use this. It's about 20 by 20 centimeter. Now this is the heat bed, we call it a heat bed. Now, as you can see, it has a warning before touching power off the heat bed and wait at least 10 minutes. Still hot after powered off. Do not leave unattended. Keep away from children. And from its name, it's a heat bed, so it will be overheated. Now, the second item that we have here is the filament. Now we have eSun filament. And as you can see, it's a very famous company in the filament world, the eSun3d.net. This is their website, and this is the user information. Now it's 1.75 millimeter PLA 3D plus filament, and we have the red color, about 1 kilogram. And as you can see, print temperature is between 205 and 225 degrees Celsius, and from the inside you can see that it has a very neat packaging. As you can see, this is the filament that will be inserted in the nozzle, and here we have the specifications. PLA plus, net weight 1 kilogram, bed temp, no heat, PLA plus. And as you can see, the information is written in more than one language, 4 languages. And here you can scan this to visit their Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and WeChat accounts. Again, it's from eSun. It's about 1 kilogram, and we have the red color here. Now, this is regarding the filament, which is a very important thing that you must have for your 3D printer. Now, the next item in the list is the nozzle. And as you can see, this nozzle, the filament will be inserted here and will go all the way through to this point. And this is a fan to cool down the nozzle. This will be the nozzle that will melt down the filament on our 3D printer, and it will move. So this is a very important part of the 3D printer. Now the second part is the LCD display. Now this is the LCD display in which you can add an SD card, and it comes with, as you can see, LCD display. This LCD display comes with all the necessary components that you might need. As you can see, comes with the PCB jumper, comes with the wires. These are the wires that we need to connect it to our main board, and it's made for the Prusa 3D printer. Now it costs a lot, like it's about the same cost as the nozzle, but it gets the job done. And we'll show you this when we assemble the 3D printer. Now we also have other items like this ramps, which will hold the 5 stepper motor drivers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have to add the stepper motor drivers. Here we have the jumpers for the ramps. The stepper motor drivers are basically a way for us to connect stepper motors to our Arduino board so that we can control them, and we will use 5 stepper motors. That's why we need 5 drivers, and we will explain this in more details in the practical assembly lesson. Now that's it. These are the most important items, plus the stepper motors, and we will show you this in another video. But the things that remains to be purchased, or we will get them as soon as possible, are the 3D kit, which is a printed 3D let's say parts that we will use to assemble these things together. We also have the shafts and the bearings. We also bought the stepper motors. You must get 4 or 5 identical stepper motors, and we'll show you all of this in a future lesson. Thanks for watching this lesson. I hope that you enjoyed it. This is Asher from Educational Engineering Team.